Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for a video review. It's a special one. It's a Dubai chocolate special. We've got this Dubai chocolate, dubious chocolate. Got this one here. Was it my Dubaites? We've got Dubai cookies. Goodness me. We've got, what's this one? Dubai pistachio kunafa Dubai chocolate cake bar. Got a cake bar going on. We've got this one here. It looks a bit like a Ritter Sport, but a Dubai chocolate from Bolshi. Sounds a bit like it could be a Turkish company, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, got that. And we have this one here. We've got Misfits, or something like Misfits, sorry, Misfits. Dubai style chocolate, it says. And we've got this sort of affair, which is from Nestle, Damak. Alright, so I don't know if this is actually Dubai chocolate, but we'll throw it in anyway. It's got pistachios. So yeah, so not too bad. So quite a lot going on here. Normally I go into quite a lot of detail with all my reviews, you know, looking at this, like the, you know, the dimensions and the weight and calories and stuff like that. And I will obviously just throw a glance at the back of it, but I'm not going to go into that detail because there's so many of them here. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 different things here. So I'm just going to, you know, take them as they come is the gist of it. So yeah, there we are. So yeah, quite a lot to get through, I think. Quite a lot to get through. I have reviewed previously the Lindt Dubai chocolate, so I'll put a link up here so you can watch that review as well. Right, so let's try this dubious chocolate then. What does it actually say? Oh, the Dubai chocolate. I mean, it sounds a bit silly, doesn't it? Chocolate filled with pistachio cream and kunafa. Right, so it seems like it's got the stuff in. Just find out what authentic Dubai chocolate is. So it says milk chocolate bar filled with a combination of pistachio cream and kun taifi shredded phyllo dough, inspired by the Middle Eastern desert cafe. Right, so that's what all this is about. Went viral last year apparently. So whether this is I don't know, what does it say? It says kunafa here, but this says, I don't know, kataifi shredded phyllo dough. So I'm not sure if it's the same thing or not. I don't know. It's inspired by cafe, a Middle Eastern dessert. Right, so with a cheese filling, shredded phyllo dough, a kataifi, and sweet syrup. Right, so it doesn't mention any of these things here. I'm not sure if it's the same thing, but we'll give it a go. It's got some kind of food. Pistachio based and kunafa filling. All right, got parmesan involved in there. There's all the stuff. Cocoa powder 6%. All right, can't see the calories unfortunately, but there we go. So yeah, we're just getting Turkey there. So it's from Turkey. This. Who knows how authentic it is? It's dubious. Let's get it open anyway. Really nice. Oh, can I get into it? No. All right, there we go. So it's lots of little bars. This one, it seems. Okay, I think I got this from B&M. This one. There are all the discount places, aren't there? So it's a little bar. Give this one there. This one, look at it's a little, oh, say bar, is it? It's like a little segment. Okay. Right, here we go. So I'll give this a bit of a chop. Have I got my knife to hand? Yes, I do. Alright, so you see quite a lot of chocolate there. Thick chocolate scent, and you can see little strands of something going on. But alright, let's give this a go. Let's see. So it's like. Well, I'm not sure about this one. What does it taste like? It's got a nice crunch to it, but it tastes a bit. What does it taste like? It's got a bit of a savoury taste to it. I know pastry, you could argue, does have a savoury taste to it. It makes sense, but it tastes a bit like batter. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like batter from, you know, fish and chip shop or something. I've got that kind of taste in my mouth. Yeah, not pleasant, that, to say the least. So this is the dubious chocolate. Alright. Dubious chocolate. It definitely is dubious, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I'm not convinced by that one. I say it reminds me of batter from, yeah, maybe from like, you know, bird's eye or something like that. I'm not sure. There's a nice crunch to it, and the, you know, chocolate's nothing special. I guess there's a bit of pistachio taste there, but it's just everything's overridden by that battery taste. I don't know, very strange. So I think for me that one, I don't think it's a 2. I think I'll have to give it a 1.5 out of 5. That one, it's not horrible, but it's getting there. Not pleasant, that one, not pleasant. Right, it's got this Dubaites one then from Wawa, right, Wowie. Milk chocolate filled with pistachio nut creme and roasted kadaifi. Okay, so this one's got kadaifi in there. So is that the stuff that was mentioned before? And blah blah blah. Got kataifi here. Cafe. So it's not quite the same, I don't think. So not sure how authentic these are. But here's the back anyway. Got calories, we'll do that first. 558 calories per 100 grams, 35.5 grams of fat, 18.6 of which saturates. Milk chocolate with 40% pistachio, nut, and dough threads. creme filling. Okay, there's ingredients there. Does have palm in there, palm fat. All right, well, let's just does it say where is this from? Wowie, Germany. Right, so this is a Germany one. All right, Germany's take. I guess we've had the Lindt, which I'm not sure where they're from, but they're Germany. Right. Okay, we've accidentally we've unsealed the top there. Not many, because it's basically a reseal thing there. Yeah, worrying that could have been unsealed maybe. All right, so not very many in there. Let's give this one a nice design on it. I think it's saying looks pretty good. Nice. Oh, what shape it is, but anyway, slightly octagonal maybe. I'll give it a bit of a chop. Right, so very different, very darker this one. Okay, still relatively thick chocolate. All right, let's give it a go. A lot creamy in the other one. A nice crunch. This one's a lot pleasant. This is a lot more pleasant. The other one else had that horrible aftertaste. And just taste. That was very nice actually. That's not bad. It's got a nice crunch to it. Chocolate seems okay. Can't really taste it too much, but the pistachio's there. I'd say the creams, I'm not getting a massive pistachio taste. I think a lot of these pistachio creams are a bit subtle. Nonetheless, that's very nice, that one actually. So what's this one? This is the Do Bites. But it's actually pretty nice, this. I don't know how authentic it is. It does have a crunchy centre in. It's not bad. The cream's quite melted in the mouth. Chocolate seems okay. Yeah, I think this one's definitely a higher quality, this one. So 3.5 or 4, this one, you know. I think. Let's give just another sample. It's just nice. It's a nice chocolate as well. Yeah. That's actually very nice, that. It's good 4.5. You know, I might even go as far as 4.5 out of 5 for that one. Very nice. Yeah. That's a very nice. It's got a nice crunch to it, nice chocolate, nice cream. Kind of taste massively pistachio taste to it, but that might be a negative. So you could potentially say it's a 4 out of 5, but for that reason. But I don't know. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I like that. Okay, so let's try this one then. Pistachio kunafa. I'm sure that's still it's a cake bar anyway. I still think all these different names. I'm sure none of them are the actual one that's on the description of it. Cafe. Kataifi. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're authentic enough. But anyway, a cake bar. This one. Premium roasted pistachios in every bite. It says it's made by Flair, I think. All right, interesting. How much does it weigh? Does it say? It might say somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, maybe not here. I'm not sure. We've got the calories here. May as well do those while here. 499 calories per 100 grams, 29 grams of fat, 16 rich saturates. But I can't see the actual weight of the product itself. I've seen other products that have the weight on them, so it's not. You would have thought it'd be mandated, but it isn't. Alright, so this doesn't seem to be. Okay, so just got the ingredients there. Let's see if I can get to focus in. There you go. Hopefully you can see it just about well enough there. Probably best I'm going to get. But does have palm in there? You can see something from palm, glycerol from palm. Alright. Alright, well there we go. So let's see. Let's give it a bit of a taste. A bit of a chop. It's a nice little bar here. Yeah, so give it a taste, give it a chop. Let's chop a bit off. Okay, so it looks pretty nice. A nice cream and cake bottom. A nice, quite nice proportions there. I see a lot of cake bars that are very, it's not quite as good as well proportioned as there, is it? It doesn't look quite the same, but I did chop it from the top, so it could have squeezed a bit. All right, let's give the bit I chopped off. I don't think it has though, has it? Look, you can see it's just not. Nonetheless, it's not bad. I think that's a good proportion. That maybe not what was on the front, but I think that might be work better. Maybe this proportion. I'm not sure. But let's give it a taste. Wow. That's weird. That's weird. Cake is very dry. It's very dry. You think that'd be quite creamy, but it's as if that actual green bit is also cake as well. Lots of micro crunches in there, but it's quite a dry cake, and the whole thing seems to be quite cakey. So even the green bit is cake as well. Yeah. So I guess it definitely is a cake bar, and it's not bad as cake bars go. I like cake is quite. I feel like the sponge is quite tasty, but it's quite dry. I feel like it does need a cream or something like that in there. Not a massive pistachio taste either. A lot of these don't really taste very pistachio, I must say. I feel like a lot of the pistachio creams I've had elsewhere have been a bit quite subtle as well. No, this is quite nice. As cake bars go, cake bars are generally disappointing for me, but this one got nice crunches in as well, like the other products as well. It's not generally that bad, you know. I think it's a 3.5 maybe. It just needs something in it to make it a bit more moist. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Not bad that. Not bad. Okay, let's try this one then. Looks a bit like a Ritter Sport. Let's see, Dubai chocolate bolshi. Sounds like looks a bit Turkish with that. I think we have to see there. What does it say? Although maybe it's German. It's got German writing on it. Kadayif chocolate with pistachio. So is Kadayif? Is that the right? We finally got the right one. Kataifi Cafe. I mean, maybe it's fine. I don't know, but nonetheless, it's not the name I've seen. Right. Okay, so what's it got on the back? It doesn't look like Ritter Sport. It's 100 grams as well. I wonder if it's made by Ritter Sport, this one. 100 grams. So 547 calories per 100 grams. 34 grams of fat, 15 of which are saturates. And it definitely looks like a Ritter Sport dish, you know. Could just be designed on it, but TR Turkish maybe. Pistachio Kadayif, 40%, filled milk chocolate. Pistachio 13%. Alright, got palm fat in there. Finger is, yeah. Okay, so under cool dry base, 18 to 22 degrees. It's been quite warm in the UK lately. So give this one open, hope it's alright. Okay, melty, a bit melty. I'd say the UK has been quite warm. Yeah, it looked like a Ritter Sport from the outside, but on the inside you can see the sections are definitely more arty than Ritter Sport for sure, and it doesn't say Ritter Sport of course. So yes, it's not just a rebranded one, at least it doesn't look like it. But of course, you know, I'd never say Ritter Sport if it wasn't actually Ritter Sport, would it? Right, so you can see here, that's what we're up against here. It looks quite nice. Okay, so quite there we go, look at that. So lots of see the centre there, all the little pastry bits or whatever. Obviously the pistachio cream, what does actually describe it as? Pistachio Kadayif filled 40% milk chocolate. Right. Okay, let's give a segment a go. This seems quite packed, so let's give it a go. Wow. That's a really nice chocolate actually. It tastes almost like a dark chocolate, but it's not quite. I just chopped a segment, you can see. Yeah, it doesn't really go all the way to the top of the chocolate there. Chocolate segment. Oh, wow. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. Do I got this one? It was on B&M, I think. It might have been Iceland, but goodness me, that's really, really, really nice. That chocolate is lovely. The scent is really nice. It's got a bit of a pistachio kick, but not much, but it's just beautifully balanced. The chocolate's lovely. Wow. It tastes a bit, the pistachio cream, I mean, it's not massively cream, but a bit of crunch in there. Nice cream. What does it remind me of? I feel like I've tasted something quite similar to this in the past. I can't think what it is. Not another pistachio Dubai chocolate, whatever. But no, that is actually really nice. That I'm very surprised by that. You know, wow, that for me is a 5 out of 5. It's absolutely lovely. It's just got a really lovely chocolate taste. Very subtle micro crunch cream, but and the centre as well. Really, really lovely. It's just a quite nice and creamy, but not overly so. The chocolate, I say, it's just a lovely milk chocolate. It's just a really nice, crunchy chocolate. You know, just a really nice, you know, quite strong, quite cocoa-y chocolate. You know, but it's just balanced really well with that pistachio cream. Lovely crunchies there. Quite a subtle pistachio flavour again. Even if it's there, it's very difficult to discern this pistachio flavour. I must say a lot of the time. I've mentioned that before. But this one, it's just lovely. Yeah, it's just a really nice product. Very authentic, Dubai chocolate, I'm not sure, but it's a lovely product. It reminds me of something else, but I can't put my finger on what it is. But very nice, that. Really, really nice. Amazing. That's a really nice one. 5 out of 5. I was not expecting to find a 5 out of 5 product here. I thought they were going to be cheap rubbish, but the first one we had was cheap rubbish, but the rest of them have been pretty good since then. But that, wow, amazing. That was amazing. That's really nice. Goodness me, that's really nice. Okay, I'll just give my hands a bit of a wash because it was getting a bit that way. So let's try these Dubai cookies then. All right, pistachio cream in milk chocolate. Bergen. All right, 45% pistachio in the cream, it says. All right, so 128 grams for the whole box, I assume. What have we got? Loads of writing here. Goodness me. See, cakes with pistachio cream in milk chocolate. All right, milk chocolate 27%. Okay, pistachio cream 25%. All right, pistachio, and then it gives a composition up. Pistachio paste. It's got palm there. All right. Okay. A few other things going on. Made in Poland, it says. So this one's made in Poland, all right? So it's a Polish take on it now. All right, so hopefully we've got the calories in this one. Maybe it's here. Nutritional value per 100 grams. Can't quite tell what it is. Oh yeah, there you go, there at the end. 524 calories per 100 grams, 31 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. All right, okay, let's get into these ones then. I might have been spoiled from the last one, that was really nice. Let's see. Yeah, so quite a, well, a lot of empty space here, I think you'd say for sure. Look at that. Wavy there, but okay. So definitely smaller than the packaging suggests. They were quite expensive, these as well. I've definitely got a premium on these for what they are, you know, because of the popularity of this. Looks like we get 8 of them, so there's 2 in every section. Alright. So we've got one here. Let's give it a bit of a chop. Ooh. Okay, so it is very much a biscuit. So you see this time it's yeah. It's basically a cookie bottom with a bit of a layer of cream, not much though. So what does it say? It's like 45% in every, 47% pistachio in the cream. So the cream's got 45% pistachio, but the no, it says 25%. So the biscuit's 25%. Doesn't look like a quarter there, does it? 25%. But all right, okay, let's give it a taste. It's just all biscuit, really. Interesting biscuit. Tastes quite fresh. But the pistachio cream, well, so it's just a pistachio cream. It's pretty pointless, this one, because A, you don't get the little micro crunches, and if you did, the biscuit would mask them. It doesn't taste that great of pistachio cream. It just tastes like cream, really. To be honest with you, it doesn't really taste of pistachio at all. I mean, the other ones are borderline whether they taste like pistachio, but these they taste of something that feels like it's pistachio. But these ones, it's just literally just a cream. You know, looks like it's green as well. You know, it's just a green cream rather than anything pistachio. Like, it tastes quite creamy as well. So yeah, I think for me these ones, they're not bad, but the taste isn't great. The chocolate's nothing special. You know, yeah. So I think we're probably a 2.5 or 3. I'm going to say a 2.5 out of 5. Those ones. Just a bit pointless, those ones, to be honest with you. They don't really even have the proper pistachio filling. They've got none of the crunchy bits or anything like that. If they did, you certainly wouldn't be able to detect them. Let's just try this one then. Maybe this one's the who's the sport one. Biscuits. Dubai style chocolate, crispy kadaifi and pistachio nut with milk chocolate. So they all say kadaifi, so maybe that's the one. That's the right one. Maybe whatever I'm looking at on Google isn't correct. I don't know. Not sure. I must admit I'm not an expert on it. So let me know in the comments what you think. Milk chocolate filled with pistachio nut creme and kadaifi. Alright, so pistachio nut 17%, palm fat in there, palm oil even, sorry. Kadaifi 5%. Alright, got a few other things in there. And calories, 400 grams, 535 calories. 36 grams of fat, 15 which is saturates, and then per quarter of the pack, 25 grams, 134 calories, 9 grams of fat, 3.9 which is saturates. So presumably it is 100 grams, so I don't think it says anywhere, but since a quarter is 25 grams, we can assume that. It looks quite nice, this one, actually. I feel like the package is pretty good. Yeah, just has a nice feel to it. Okay, let's give it a bit of an open. There you go, it's even wrapped inside as well, that's a good sign. Okay, nice, yeah, it says milk on it. Okay, sort of does detract from the quality a bit, but milk. So a bit worried that this might be quite melty. So it has been warm recently in the UK. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, it's a bit melty actually, you can see. It's coming away a bit, so I'll be careful. Felt like it was a bit melty, you know, just felt a bit soft. Okay. Alright, so I'll give you a rough look at it. I don't think I can properly take it out, but I almost dropped it there, so you can see. I'll try and hold it carefully, so you can see it's a bit impacted on the top. No real design there, it's just where it's been melted a bit. Okay, so that's it's very soft, this one, very soft. There we go, yeah, so it has been melty a bit. Okay, let's give it a bit of a go. Not bad, it's quite similar to the other one that was really nice actually. But I feel like the chocolate's just not as nice in this one. It's just not as nice a chocolate. But other than that, the experience is quite similar. You can see there, chocolate goes, the filling goes quite high up in this one as well, unlike the other one. But I feel like the chocolate's the one that's what's letting this one down. Yeah, it is a bit, just is a bit more melty, a bit more creamy. Notice the centre's quite creamy as well. It's got a nice crunch. It's not bad. I say the centre's quite, salty, savoury, but it's generally just not as good as the other one, which was a really nice one. Where has it gone? This one here. The bolchy one. How do you say it? It seems to have a bit of the chocolate's just not nice. Yeah, it's not a great chocolate to be honest with you. Luckily the pistachio cream masks it quite a lot with its sort of salty taste, but the chocolate's just not that great in this one. So unfortunately that bumps it down quite massively. I would say it's probably a 3 out of 5. Which is a shame because everything else is quite nice, but the chocolate just is quite disappointing. So a bit of a shame, that one. But it's nearly there. Alright, so now for the last one, which is the Nestle Damac. So I don't know if this is really Dubai style chocolate. It's just fine chocolate with pistachios, but nonetheless I feel like it's still in the same ballpark. So 60 grams. No artificial flavours or colours. 170 calories per something, per 4 pieces I think that says, I'm not sure. That's what it says on the back. Alright, so there we go. So per serving, 170 calories. 11 grams of fat, 5 of which are saturates, and then per container, 340 calories, so serving's half of it. Alright, so 340 calories, 21 grams of fat, 10 of which are saturates. And there's the ingredients. Pistachios, non-fat milk, demineralized whey, alright, demineralized. Alright, there we go. Okay. Made it imported in the US by Vintage Food. Alright, well I got this in the UK. I don't know, I got this in imported to UK there. Products of Turkey. Okay. Alright, well I got this in B&M in the UK, so there we are. Right, so yeah. I don't know. Interesting on this one. That's not officially Dubai chocolate, just chocolate and pistachios, but it's I feel like it's in the same realm, isn't it? That's probably keeping on the same bandwagon maybe. Quite nice here. Feels very light, I must say. Nice foil wrapper. Let's give this one an open. Okay, so again, quite soft. Has been quite warm in the UK, I must say. So yeah, this one is very much just pistachios in milk chocolate. Seems to have more in it actually than just pistachios. Well, maybe not. I was thinking maybe it had raisins or something, but okay. So you can see there, like a 3x4 bar. Look at the bottom. Nothing looks overly green there, does it? Okay, let's give one a snap. Maybe that's more like it. Not very green, but they're sort of off green, aren't they? A bit browny green. The green of the other pistachios. Not sure what to make of that, as I say. But alright, let's give this one a go. Not bad. This chocolate's not the best. This one's okay. There's quite a nice pistachio taste to it. As I say, the crunch is quite soft. The pistachio's not very hard. But let's give it a look. This one's a bit greener there. Look at that. There we go. Okay. It does kind of have the crunch that the other ones have, but it's more the pistachios this time, which isn't really a bad thing because you want the pistachios. Yeah. Not bad. The chocolate's okay. It's not standing out as being amazing, but it's not bad. You know, it comes across quite nicely and quite creamy. It assists the pistachios, I would say. Yeah, and this one's actually pretty nice. This one, I don't think it's as good as the other one, but it's not a million miles away. It's just got a nice chocolate, nice pistachio taste. As it's not cream, but it doesn't really matter. The chocolate's quite creamy, and the crunchy pistachios sort of make up for the lack of any of that crunchy phyllo pastry or whatever, which I don't think adds too much. Just gives you nice micro crunches. But this one, I say, has bigger crunches, but still quite soft and still quite pleasant. So overall, this is pretty nice. It's a good 4. I'm not sure if it's a 4.5, but it's close to a 4.5. I think I'm going to say a 4 out of 5, but it's very close to a 4.5. You know, it's very close. I actually quite like that. It could grow on me a bit, that one. That could be a 4.5 out of 5. Certainly closer to a 4.5 than the 3.5, that's for sure. But I'll give it a 4 for now. But you could probably say that's a 4.5 out of 5, that one. It's pretty tasty, to say the least. So yeah. So there we go, guys. Quite an interesting assortment there, I think you'd say. Some definitely better than others. I'm in the Nestle Damac one. And this one here are the two standouts for sure. Especially this one. If you see this one, buy it for sure. It's really nice. That's one of the nicest chocolate products I've had for some time, that one. Yeah, very nice that. See if we give it another go of it. It has a nice distinctive design as well. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. It's just very nice. It's really, really nice. It's got a lovely initial taste, and it just gets nicer and nicer. Yeah, the Nestle one's not many miles behind, you know. It could easily be a 4.5 out of 5, as I say, but yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, very nice indeed. Someone definitely worth avoiding, I think. I can't recall which one it was now, has it? This one that just was actively not very nice. I think it was the first one, wasn't it? I think it was the dubious one, the doobie chocolates. I think those are to avoid. The others not so bad, all in all. Maybe the biscuit ones are a bit of a waste of time, but you know, the cookies, Dubai cookies, definitely not to be cashing in on things. But everything else, not so bad actually. But the standouts for sure are this one and this one. There we go. This one isn't really Dubai chocolate specifically, but it's still very nice. Looks the part. But there we go. So I know what you think. What's your favourite Dubai style chocolate you've had? Or do you not like any of them at all? Do you think it's just a silly fad? Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think about all this. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.